Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Allen Fans, another evening where we, as a team, Allen Fans team, it has the wonderful pleasure of being able to talk to you about the wonderful world of football. And it's such a honor to be able to be on this show week in, week out, doing what we do best and giving you great content concerning the Champions League, the EPL, or anything sports related, even on the weekends. And to be a part of your life is such a honor and a privilege. So thank you for supporting Allen fans. And again, want to welcome Shaq and top of the league, the Blues, aka Jonathan Sukwa tonight, and all the love and support that everybody has given us with the likes and the subscribers coming in. We started this journey a while ago, and little by little, we've been growing and growing, and there's still much more to expect from us. So thank you so much for supporting Allen fans. If you love this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell everybody about what we're doing here. How are you guys doing this good Thursday evening?
Yeah,
I'm
not too
good,
bad.
man. I'm ready for the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. For our international fans, it's been raining on and off here in Antigua, and we've been loving. I don't. Yeah, I've been loving the rain. You know, cools
Yeah.
down the place. And it gives puts us in the right mode, right frame of reference to cuddle up and watch some football this weekend. So hopefully it keeps raining.
No.
You know, and maybe raining goals as well too. So with that in
Oh, yeah.
mind, let's jump. With that in mind, let's jump right into everything tonight. We have so much to talk about, and we always run out of time. So let's jump right into it. The Champions League games that have happened over the last couple of days have been the talk of the town, and there's some things that people expect. There's some things that people didn't expect. Let me start off with the Sporting Investigators game. Y'all expected Sporting to score 4 goals against them? I mean, I didn't see that coming. That's a lot of
I
goals.
can see that.
Yeah.
And the
But
quality
some
of the
would,
goals, too, is good. There's some good goals in that game.
yeah, there were some good goals. But some would say that Sporting have been balling lately in general, in their particular
Hmm.
league. Some would even say they've been balling since Bruno left. So maybe there might be a correlation there or not. We don't know. But big ups to them though, as they try to battle
Yeah.
their way throughout their group, and it's an interesting group as well too, because they're
Hmm.
third, and Ajax is first, and Dortmund is second. Let's stay in that
Yeah.
particular group there.
That
You
is
know,
the fact.
it is because then
That
Ajax
result
played
was a shocker
Dortmund.
for me though.
I
That
know, right?
that 4-0 for Ajax.
4-0. I
Nil.
mean, blending so
Yeah.
daily blending so get to the score sheet. I mean,
Can imagine.
what
Yeah.
the heck?
I
So I
mean,
mean,
I would imagine that I could beat Borussia Dortmund, but not 4-0.
Yeah, but not 4-0.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I thought that it would have been that kind of a game where you have like a 3-3.
Hmm.
Like probably
Right.
the best game of the week, and then but it'll be a high scoring thriller, something like that. I was looking
Hmm.
forward to, but not 4-0.
Yeah, and they brought this side too. They brought
Yeah.
this side. I
Yeah.
mean, Malin played, Haaland, Roos,
Haaland came back.
Brandt,
Yeah.
Witzel, Bellingham,
Who's even
Hummels.
scored
I
their own
mean,
goal, hasn't it?
Hmm.
yeah, Roos scored a own goal. Roos
Yeah.
scored a own goal. They brought this
Yeah.
side. I mean, it makes you wonder. I mean, just a quick thought, and that makes you wonder: are we underestimating what's his name again? Ten Hag, or if you pronounce
Ten
it.
Hag.
Yeah. Ten Hag.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's a
as a
And
coach, and wouldn't he be a
he's
good
building,
shout for the
he's building
Newcastle
quite a
job?
resume over there, you know.
He is. He is.
Hmm.
He's been touted as one of the people that may go to Newcastle, but we're going to talk about that in
Hmm.
just a moment. But yeah, we see O'Neill in the building saying Ajax performance was really good.
Very good.
It was. And says, no, Ajax played really well. Yeah, they played well. And he says, Ten Hag might do the crazy run with Ajax again. In fact,
Yep.
I hope he does. I know he was saying Ten Hag could take Oli job.
That was the man that he was touted to probably replace if they have
Yeah,
to
I
part
could
ways.
see it happening
Hmm.
because I see the American owners saying, let's not go for a Conte who's going to want a lot of money. You know,
Hmm.
let's go for somebody who's used to working with, a lower budget,
A smaller budget.
and
Yeah.
smaller budget, yeah, and see if he can, see if he can, he doesn't want to spend no kind of money. Big ups to Moy. Moy's in the building. How you doing, big man? Doing great.
I'm good. I'm good.
Awesome, awesome, great to have
Good
you.
stuff.
So, yeah, that's that in relation to that game. We also have the Shakhtar Donetsk Real Madrid game, five
Hmm.
nil by them.
Yes.
Vinny Junior, Vinny Junior getting
Yeah.
two on the score sheet within the space of 5 minutes, and of course
Yep.
Benzi wrapping it off in the
Hmm.
in stoppage time, scoring the fifth goal. Nothing basic stuff for Real Madrid. Are they
Hmm.
just a little side note? Are they the shout outs to win the Spanish league? Anybody can beat them there. They got that wrapped up, right?
I I
Don't name them,
think
man.
they've had some rough form though for the last couple of games. I think.
Mm. And Real Sociedad looking good too.
Yes.
Yeah, I
That
think that league is wide open this year.
Yeah.
really.
Still.
Mm. Except for Barca, Barca not in it. Barca gonna make top four. Side note, it's a side
Well,
note.
Okay.
Fatty came back last week, and Fatty was a real inspiration. He had a
Yeah.
really good link
Okay.
up there
Yep.
with Memphis. Let's see
Hmm.
where that
Oh,
relationship goes, the
Yep.
partnership.
yeah, because can you imagine them not making top four? It's very possible
Can
now.
you imagine? Yeah.
Oh
It just
man.
depends on how far they fall back. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Let's talk PSG. RB Leipzig. I know I had this particular note there. I just want to say big ups
Learn from you
to
guys.
some people don't. It's true. All right, there are a few people in the show that don't rate it.
Who
But
those people?
say that what's the more?
Who don't rate Fatty?
I know Jamal is one of them for sure. I don't know about anybody else, but I know Jamal would say that he's
Hmm.
overrated, and in a couple of
And
years
yeah,
he
I
end
think
up
on that
being
note,
nothing.
on that note, I think they're trying to time down to a contract and then release clause
Yeah,
of
Hmm.
they did.
1 billion.
Yeah, he got signed
Yeah,
till 2027.
I mean, what's
Yeah.
with them and those massive release clauses? I mean, it's
Yeah.
like
I
this
think the
is
same
our
with
Spanish team doing that.
Pedri. Mm.
Yeah, Real Madrid
They're
love to
trying,
do that too.
they're trying to
Yeah.
get the debts off the book.
True, is
Yeah.
that no? Is that because we don't see
They
we
need a
don't see the
couple
Premier
more
League
though.
doing that.
Hmm.
I big ups to Shaq. All right, he's still reigning
Yeah,
supreme
still
in the
reading. Yep.
Champions League stuff. There, I think he has a 20 point lead. I had Mbappe in my team, and I took Mbappe out. I mean, it didn't hurt me because I mean I replaced him with Lewandowski and he scored. But
Hmm.
still, though, Messi scoring two goals and giving up his opportunity to be able to get the hat trick,
Yeah.
giving a penalty to Mbappe, which Mbappe
He missed.
missed. All right, so then that was kind of weird there.
Yep.
But all in all, though, guys, is Messi kind of trying to find? Is he finding his feet finally in this league, or just the Champions League?
Think-
For me, I think it's more of the chemistry.
Hmm.
Playing under a new manager. I don't think it's, it's football. Messi. Messi knows how this thing goes. He
Uh-huh.
knows to find the back of the
Mm.
net with his eyes closed. But
Yeah.
it's to know the runs, know what Mbappe wants to do, know when he
Hmm.
is going to pass. I don't think he's figuring all that out so he can
Hmm.
play as a team. Because Messi can just take the ball and just dominate. He don't need to pass to anybody else. 11
Mhm.
on 1. That's the Ram goal.
Yeah.
All right,
And I
as
think
Joe here
I think
agreeing, the same goat
um
talk.
Neymar not being in that game, I
Hmm.
think I guess it gave Messi more the opportunity to,
To shine.
yeah,
Yeah,
to shine and
Draxler
stuff
played
like that.
off
And then,
left.
A
Draxler played
little,
on
yeah.
that side. Hmm.
a little side note there. Shout out to Leipzig. They've. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, City did batter them, but
Hmm.
they 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 show good. They have a good showing of themselves every time.
Yeah,
They come
yeah.
out and they want to play football, very
Hmm.
expansive, and I enjoy watching them play.
Yeah, yeah. Big up to their coach too. Having lost their coach and having sold some of their key players, especially in defense. They still doing
That
a good
coach
shout to
that
themselves.
coach is
Shout out to
from a
Andre
mountain.
Silva. Shout out to Andre Silva as well too, man. I think he's an underrated striker.
Hmm.
I mean, he's really, really good. He knows how to score goals. I hope he ends up in the Premier League sometime, man. He'd be good for Arsenal. Where's his Shaq? Andre Silva.
And you say, well, yeah,
Yeah,
play that I like, play that I like.
he's a good player there. A couple people here, Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe played 3 games together. They sound like Nets team, but we're not talking basketball tonight. Anyway,
Tomorrow,
um, they ain't gel yet. That's what everybody said. You're not gonna happen to. But we can talk about that some other time with Carrie. Carrie, you're funny man. Anyway, let me see here.
oh,
Just say was just typing that Suko. Yeah, yeah, we can see that. But I didn't plan to say this, but I mean, what is Draxler gonna do? Is Draxler just content being in this team and just saying, you know what, I don't mind coming off the bench. I love France. I love Paris. I love getting paid money. I don't need
Yep.
to be the player that starts every game. Is that a lack of ambition or just how it is?
that's a good question
Mhm.
because it could be a lack of
It
ambition.
sounds like it to
Could
me.
very well
Yeah.
be a lack of ambition. If
Because
he
he's
really doesn't want to play anywhere. But if he really loves the team and he
mhm,
sees where they're going and he wants to be a part of PSG winning the first Champions League after so many years or if they've ever won
mhm,
it before, I get why he
Yep.
would want to
mhm,
stay there. But other than
mhm.
that, he knows he's going to be on the bench.
Yeah. It's
I don't know,
yeah.
boy.
It's
I want
hard.
to say, Moy. Can you do
It's
that,
hard
Moy?
to see him fit in that
Let me get to
lineup right
Suka.
now. Yeah.
He can't. We have Neymar, Mbappe. Unless when Mbappe leave, I guess he know Mbappe gonna leave next year. You figure, well, we can slot in that
Maybe that might
spot.
be
But
his
then more,
opportunity.
if it was you and you see that front three there, you okay coming out of the bench and playing, the matches that nobody want to play when you know that you're good enough to start.
Uh, good enough. I even think Jack's getting into that midfield at the moment,
Hmm.
and I think he's I think looking on him, he's very okay with being that bench player coming on. I think that's
Wow.
like a role that he slots into at the moment. But he
Mhm.
cannot make the midfield though. Cannot make that midfield at the moment.
Okay, that midfield, but he could start
Yeah.
in any team in the I don't know, I'd say outside of the top 4, 5 to 10 in the Prem or in the Spanish league or in the German league. You wouldn't say that? You could start anywhere in those teams?
I mean, yeah, he's still
Drogba
quality.
can get a move to somewhere else and play football.
Duh. Wow.
Drogba could
How
go to
old is he at the
Tottenham
moment?
That's a good question.
and
Let me
no
look that up.
Johnson.
I'll find that out quickly.
No
Draxler
Johnson
is
Lindsay.
28. He's 28. He's 28 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I
yeah, I
guess
got
he's
he's
fine with
28.
Shearer in the back.
I guess so. I mean, as a father now, I'm starting to see things now from a perspective of some of these older players. You just gotta just take the money, see it, and just move on. Draxler link with everybody every season. Might as well just relax and take
Yeah.
what he gets. Okay,
About
all
10
right.
years ago, he's
And
supposed to
good
come.
night, skill. Good night. Skill in the building. Good night, skill. Thanks for your support. Wow. Draxler. Anyway, I just saw him there, on the lineup and like, man, everybody keep talking about how great a player he is. He could go and PSG go for one bench. All right, hey you. All right,
Yeah, he's
to
definitely
each
better than
his
what he
own.
shows at PSG.
Oh yeah.
Way
Yeah.
Definitely.
better. But they won the game 3-2.
Hmm.
And you can see I mentioned it in the transfer show last Friday that Mbappe has made it very clear he wants to leave next year.
Hmm.
And what y'all think about the possibility that he and Pogba are kind of building something together here where the two of them end up leaving on a free to go to Real Madrid and link up with Benzi. French connection?
Yep. I
Yeah,
can see it
that sounds
happening.
like a plan, that
Oh,
Josh.
that's no.
That's all like the plan now. The Stones to
Yep.
me. I can see the three of them sitting down there in the
That's it.
France squad saying, "Look, man, my contract done. Pogba, my contract going and done. If you go, I go.
Hmm.
And Benzi today.
Yeah.
Let's the three of us. Let's do this. I see
Yep.
this possibility because United have already given Pogba the contract that they offering. They've already have it on the table. The 400K is for Real Madrid to come and say, you know, look more. If Real Madrid come with 375, you go.
Hmm. He'll
I
go.
think he
Yeah.
I think he take less
Yeah,
money.
Hmm.
I think he
because I
take less
think that's
money.
what Real Madrid was throwing shade at PSG for because they was like, is it y'all give us him now, or y'all just lose him on nothing for free in the summer.
That's it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's so true. So true.
What else think
O'Neill's
about Haaland though? I
who?
think they're saying that Haaland might be about what 65 million worth next year.
75.
About
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
around there. The bio clause kicks
yeah.
in
But
there.
I
Yeah.
mean, we have
500K.
Odegaard on the job, you know. Odegaard doing the job for us. So
We'll see.
we'll
And
secure
then
that
X
guy
United
as
have
well.
Ali in the job too. The Norwegian connection there.
Hey, City have a wicked job in the works now because Puma is trying to sign Haaland and Puma do our kit.
Ooh.
So, you know,
Okay, so
it's been,
everybody at
and his
work.
father
Everybody at
lives to
work.
City too.
Yeah.
That's
But
true. His father,
but the
yeah, leave the city too.
500K, the 500K is what might kill some clubs
True.
at the moment.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
500K. They're looking
But
at
the way he
yeah a month,
playing these days,
a
though,
week.
you make you wonder if just give him money, see? Just give the boy the money. Because he look like
And
he be the next.
yeah, I saw the video that he was doing in training
Yeah. When he
when he
bought.
Yeah.
stacked
So,
the three balls.
some people saying, Shaq, though, that the real skill is stuck in the three balls,
Yeah, I
instead of
think so too. And he can
scoring
do
those
that as
goals.
well.
I believe so.
His PR team is working very well because
Hmm.
when he goes into that negotiation room, he's
Yeah.
gonna hold all the power. He's gonna hold all the cards.
Player
Hmm.
power. Player power in the works. For real. All right. Let me see. O'Neal here saying he can chill. He always linked to Arsenal. I don't wrong him to right bench to talking about Draxler. Um, do the job for what, Shaq? I think he's talking about from FIFA.
That's cool,
All
man.
right.
Let's see that boy.
Just quickly, let me see. Atletico Madrid, Liverpool.
That was a
Salah
very
being
good game, man. That
it
was a
was a
very good
really
game.
good game. I was
Very good
rooting
game.
for Atletico, man. They played so well,
Yeah.
but
Uh,
Salah was Salah, and
hmm
he
hmm
did what Salah does,
Best
plus the red card.
in
Yes.
Europe
Yeah,
right now.
Griezmann.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Look, I
I
saw
don't
some
know.
pictures of old Griezmann. Griezmann look really.
Man,
He looked good in that game.
even though the
Griezmann did
referee rubbed him
until
up, was
the
kind
red
of
card,
saying,
though. What y'all think about the
Yeah,
red
yeah.
card?
It's not. It's not. It wasn't intentional, but in
It
the game,
wasn't
yeah, it is.
intentional. You could see
Yeah,
it wasn't intentional. You know
right.
what I mean? For
Because he didn't know
dog.
the guy's head was right there, so he went up.
No,
With his
but the
high foot.
laws of the game, right?
That's it.
The
Laws
laws
of
of
the
the
game.
game.
Mm.
So you
They
could
didn't know the laws of the game on Monday, but they know the laws of the game on Tuesday.
Well,
What?
you
side
know
note,
what was
side note.
my
but
stance on that shot.
no, but
I
Shaq, wait there.
good.
The
Mm.
referee in the Atletico Liverpool game, I don't think it was an English referee. Only English referees make those kind of decisions.
Interesting. Shock. I just read an article about that too. Where they talked about that. Arteta giving his views again, concerning that whole incident there. Um, so VAR just messed up. They just messed up.
Bad rep. I mean, Mike Dean, he had a horrible game. That's
Hmm.
the first thing first. And yeah, Varden, VAR supposed to do that. That's what they said. They're going to intervene this season when they see
Hmm.
clear and obvious errors. I just don't see how you see that. When I was watching the game, I was like, wait, what is that in that? Why they not
Well,
checking that? Wow,
Arteta said. Sorry. Arteta said that um, the he said something that came up on our show before about clear and obvious, and he's saying everybody keeps saying, it must be a clear and obvious error, and then he's like, well, isn't that clear and obvious? Clear and obvious is subjective, but that seems not so subjective to me. And the
yeah,
question
I mean,
is, did MacArthur's claim
Yeah,
is that
McCarthy.
I
Yeah.
didn't see him when I was swinging my foot.
so what was he swinging for?
So
No, why he kicked the man foot. The man foot is
yeah,
planted on the ground. Tackle's not in the
yeah,
ear. The
he's not,
ball
he's not.
though is in the ear. So how you swing and kick his foot? I just don't understand it. And did you see the wind up?
Yeah. The wider. I mean, yeah, there was a little bit of messed up. Actually, a little bit. That was a major mess up right there. So, O'Neal, you're talking about Haaland, saying Haaland not on drugs, bro. But the way Haaland moved, though, make him wonder if he had some steroids, though. That dude built like a tank over there, man.
Yeah.
One thing
Yeah.
robot.
He on a different level. Liverpool got lucky, all right. Salah ain't better than Benzema or Lewandowski.
So
Woo!
He's
Boy, I
he's
don't
playing
know,
like
boy.
it.
His
yeah,
farm though,
man.
looking at that boy,
Yeah.
telling Shaq to relax. Benzema is playing amazing. Lewandowski can't stop
Lewandowski is
scoring
amazing too.
goals. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't stop scoring. He scored goals in his sleep,
yeah,
man. I don't know,
yeah.
but I'm not surprised. I
It's like
know.
when like these three guys play, it's like you almost expect them to score every single game that they play, based on the form right now.
Mm,
Yep,
yeah, I know,
you're
right?
right.
You expect them to score, but I'm happy,
Hmm.
when people Lewandowski. When y'all heard, of course, y'all heard the rumor about the fact that he played right back for Poland and scored, and now he's a major striker.
Hmm.
So to
Yeah,
all the right
yeah.
backs out there, you know, that
Just
should be
just
playing
remember,
strike.
Gareth Bale was a left back when he started, and then
Who's
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
yep.
Gareth Bale, left back.
Hmm.
Even
Yeah,
Antonio played right back and now striking for West Ham.
Exactly.
So if you're a
right.
Right.
defender out there, you know,
Yeah, man.
you should be scoring goals.
Hmm.
But
Alonso started as a striker, they say. I know he's
Can you
playing wing
imagine?
back.
You wing back. Yeah.
Stats. Even look at Saka. Saka was playing left back.
Hmm.
Left back, left wing back, and
And
now he's
yeah.
further
Yeah,
up the pitch now. So I
he,
mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
he's
still
until
killing it all the
there.
until
time.
City buy him to play left back again.
By
Stats.
who?
Sakura.
By who?
Pepper do that.
Saka to play left back.
Yeah. A couple people here. Oh boy, Jalil is in the building. Starting out saying Ollie out.
Uh,
So let's no you brought
yeah.
Ollie, you say Ollie in. Ollie, Ollie, you want Ollie to stay where he is. Let's talk about that game there though. Since
Yeah.
they're talking about it. Man United 3 to Atalanta. If you watch all the fan channels, which I'm connected to as a United fan, everybody was just totally depressed. 2-0 halftime. Just like all the inners were legit like that's it. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm a solid Ollie inner, like for real. But when
Hmm.
I didn't watch the game. But when I saw halftime, you don't tune in. I'm like, Ollie, maybe
Yeah.
try to defend you, man. But I mean, legit, man. I mean, what what's going
This is
on?
Josh. I mean, I'm not the biggest Oli fan. But then you
Hmm.
saying that can be point to in that match where you say, yo, Oli got it wrong. That causes now to be 2-0 down. Because if that's
Well,
not the case, then I don't see
mhm.
why you blaming Oli.
I guess they blame the blame on Ollie from a lot of United fans comes from the nature of the goals that are being
But
scored.
no, John, I want your perspective. Your
You
perspective.
want
Not
my
other,
I
your perspective. Because you was wondering. I mean, it sounded like you were on the fence with Oli in or out.
I've been Ollie in because the boss, a
Right.
United fan, there's only one boss. The boss said when he retired, support your manager, whoever it is,
Hmm.
support your manager, and I've been really doing that. I've been trying to support him no matter what, and give Ollie his time to build his squad. But the reason why I was leaning, just slightly leaning on the fence there that day, is because I think tactically he's still getting it wrong in the midfield. I really do think so. I think he's getting it wrong game in and game out, and they just the coaches that he keep playing like the last two games. Not enough chances are being created for Ronaldo. That's you have to put that on him. I'm sorry, you just have to put that on him. And then he likes the McFred thing, because he's afraid of getting the blow he got last time, and so he put those two guys in there to play defense. But then Bruno is not playing calm. Bruno plays strike. I gotta be honest, okay? Bruno plays strike. So
Hmm.
then there's that gap between McTominay and Fred, who's sitting so deep in that low block, and then you have Bruno playing so high like a striker. Nobody's
The
bringing that
connection there.
ball. There's no connection there, and I know that McTominay and Fred are being told by Ali, do not move, stay right there. And then now we play teams that pack the midfield like Leicester did last time, and at Atalanta, they have full possession of the ball. They attack you and they put so much pressure on you. Then you don't know what to do with yourself. Because is it surprising then that when Bruno played a little deeper, the start now to swing, make those plays that we start to get into the game when they took that risk. When we started to play a high line and brought on Pogba, the game changed. I think that Ali just need to accept the fact that look, if you're not gonna go buy a Kante or go buy a Coop Miners or go buy a who else? I don't know, a defensive midfielder to do the job there properly or NDD. then just go out in every game and just attack like crazy and have 5-4 and 6-7 and all kind of confidence. Just accept that, and I know that's my opinion on that. A couple people here saying that Ollie says United fans disrespect because they booed halftime. They have a right to give their opinion.
Yeah,
They played
I
like
think
crap.
going
You
in
know,
2-0 at 2-0 down,
yeah,
I can't blame the fans.
yeah. And Atalanta were missing
However,
players
though,
too.
watching the game, United weren't supposed to go in 2-0 down.
Mhm.
Rashford got a
No,
chance there later on.
that's very
And I
true.
don't know why he
That's
stopped
true.
the ball so hard. I think Fred had one, and Bruno had one, I think, too, as well. A
They
couple
had a
of
lot of
chances they get
chances.
towards the end of the first half.
Hmm. You're right. You're right. Yeah, they will. United did play they didn't play the first half bad. I think the attacking side of it has been fine. It's just defensively, they've been suspect. And he just needs to figure it out. Some would say, Varane is not there. So other people make that claim. Who knows what the real issue is? But I think the issue comes back down to the defensive aspect of it. Julia says, "What are we supposed to do? Clap?" I dare support Jose Moyes and LVG. He says here, he's laughing. Oh, they killed me, but I want the Bull Boys out the stadium. I mean, put it this way: at least we're not Real Madrid. Real Madrid boo you no matter what. You know, I mean, them
Mhm.
fans are at a different level.
Mhm.
Let me see, bro. A string of games you look like this, and that's why fans are mad. Yeah, they're mad. They're mad. All you need to change it. Change it now. Do you're the manager, step up and make the changes. We don't like how the defense is. We don't like how the midfield is. Step up and make the changes. This is what you're getting paid to do. And if he's not gonna do it, then and I think the fans are saying, where is the plan? Where is the system out there? What are you actually doing? It just feels like you're relying too much on too much. Everybody relies on individual talent, but too much on individual talent is not a good thing. Bro, it's because United looks like for 6 games. No, that's the problem. This is not a one-off. Now, yeah, they haven't been playing well. But
Mhm.
you see the fan, you can see the players, those obviously are playing for Ali, because their man come back second half with a
Mhm.
vengeance. Immediately right out the gate. Rashford come in 53rd
Mhm.
minute, and then of all people who've been getting so much hate, Harry Maguire scores in the
Mhm.
75th minute. I mean, can you imagine the feeling on Maguire when the ball lands to him? Because I know he wasn't expecting that ball to come to him. And then he has a nice cool finish in the bottom left hand corner. And then Cristiano being Cristiano scores in the
That's it.
81st minute.
It's the 90th
Yeah,
minute. Just pop up right there.
that's
Yep.
what he does. But yeah, as many United fans say, he doesn't paper over the cracks.
Mm.
And there's still a lot more to be done here.
Yeah, I think people are looking forward to the weekend game to really see what will happen
Yeah,
if
and
it's
we'll
just.
get we'll get there in a second. We'll get there quickly in a second. Let's just try to cap
Mm,
up some of these Champions League games here, other major games. Benfica Bayern for 69 minutes. It's
yeah,
just 0-0,
0-0.
and then
Yeah.
12 minutes later, it's 4
Mhm.
0. I mean, I don't know how Bayern do it, but Bayern do it. And I actually had Sané in my team. I had Sané in my
Yo.
team. I had him in my team now, and I was saying, man, he's gonna do something, man, and he did. I take him up because I couldn't fit the money together, but he scored twice.
Yeah.
Lewandowski scored as well too. I
Yeah.
mean, so you go. And then Jalil here is saying,
Mhm.
we only play with Ali Job on the line. Why
Mhm.
not play like that every game? That is so true. The man always step up their game whenever you feel like you've Ali
Mhm.
in his shoes. And also Villarreal knock Young Boys 4-1. Chelsea,
Mhm.
Malmo. And what's funny about this is, as usual, they were comparing the valuation of Malmo, all their players, compared to just one of Chelsea players. So it's
Mm.
expected here. Well, I think, man, yeah, I think that it's really fair to be putting up teams like this against teams like this, or it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
I
man,
mean,
football, man. Anything can happen.
yeah, I mean, you expect that in the Champions League, the first rounds and stuff like that.
Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
But
you'll have the
Chelsea
smaller
continue to
teams.
keep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean you'll have
Joe
the
Gino
smaller
with two
teams coming in.
penalties.
Yeah. hmm
Go ahead, big boss.
Well, I was saying, yeah, you'd expect that because these smaller teams are coming from their own leagues. They finished first or
Mm,
second, so they deserve to be in the Champions League. It's just that when you go up now against the bigger teams, then
yeah,
that's that's a disparity, that you'll have.
that indeed is the disparity there. Lukaku hasn't scored for a while there. You worried?
Well, and now he's injured. I looked at this. I saw the comments before the game. Tuchel said that he had played so many games before because not only for club but for country as well. He's been playing in the internationals. The guy hasn't had a break. So I said, okay, probably what they should do is to is to rest him in this game and play Havertz up top. The man 23 minutes and man got a bad ankle injury, so it looks like he'll be out
Mm.
for a little bit.
So, so you'll be okay without him? You think?
I believe that I think they can. I believe they'll still be able to pull some results. But then they would have to use a little bit of the squad depth, I guess, to cover, because it's not to say it's only Lukaku, then it's Werner as well. And who would you
Yeah.
think? Who would think that 1 year later we're speaking about Werner like this? But then it's just the impact that he's had playing up top with Lukaku in terms of like the role he plays, the runs he makes, and stuff like that. Then you see how
Yeah.
vital he is going up front. So now the two are out from what it's looking like. So um, I believe that's where I guess Havertz will have his time now up top.
hmm Yep. Yep.
Now
Yeah,
you
and
wish
he's
that
good.
you had
Havertz. Boy.
Sammy around.
Tell you. Yeah, boy. And Tommy,
Yep.
Tommy balling over there now. Balling
Yeah.
over there, Roma,
Exactly.
man. He's doing it. He's
Yep.
doing his thing. All right.
Didn't
Uh,
Roma get like 6-1 today or something? I think they're playing. I think I saw some ridiculous score. Today. I'll probably have to go and research it and see.
oh, we talking about Roma?
Yeah, Roma got 6 today.
6-1, 6-1, 6-1. Yeah, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I tell you, boy.
Yeah.
Football is crazy. But let's switch it up in the interest of time.
Yep.
Let's switch it up. Let's talk about Steve Bruce. Everybody's heard of Steve Bruce.
Yep.
He got fired. I guess
Yeah.
the
That was
plan
just
was
a
very
matter of
simple.
time.
Give him his
Yep.
1,000 game and then let him
hmm
go. And then I
Man
think
pocket
whether he
eight
won or
million.
lost. Yeah,
Man pocket eight
well,
million and walk away.
at least he get paid, man. At least he get if he get fired,
Mm,
get paid. And when you actually look at the that yeah, he got the 8 million, which
mm,
he deserves to get. Um, and he he was appointed in 2019, and the highest he
yep.
finished was I think 13th and 12th in his two full seasons in
Mm,
charge. And yeah, he just he did the best he could. He had a 27.4% win percentage from 84 games, which was the ninth best compared to
oh,
previous Magpie managers who had at least 20 Premier League matches in charge. But what I want to talk about is that when you look at Steve Bruce, and good to see Joe's in the building. Good evening, Joe.
George, just give me a second, right?
What's going on,
I'll
fella?
step
Sure,
away.
no problem, no problem. So, what was that? Yeah. So, what's his name? Steve Bruce. What I want to talk about, guys, is his comments, the comments that I made there, because a lot of managers have been commenting on Steve Bruce's comments. I'll read them for you. He said that I think this might be my last job. It's not just about me. It's taking a toll on my whole family because they're all, Geordies, as you know, Newcastle people, and I can't ignore that. They have been worried about me, especially my wife, Jan. I'm 60 years old. I don't know if I want to put her through all that, through it again. We've got a good life, so yeah, this will probably be me done as a manager until I get a phone call from a chairman somewhere asking if I can give him a hand. Never say never. I've learned that. I wanted so badly to make it work. I was proud to be manager of Newcastle even in the dark times. I was determined to keep going and keep this club in the Premier League. And then he calls it an honor and a privilege, and he goes on. I want to zero in on he sounds sad. He sounds depressed. He's saying, I think this is gonna be my last job. Here's my question, guys. Do we are managers treated with way too too much disrespect. The things that have been said about him lately, it seemed like it got to him. What are your thoughts on that?
Well,
All right.
managers tend,
Right.
managers tend to get some heat that they really don't deserve at times. Even some of the games that you can look on the games and analyze them and say this is player errors, but the manager is always the easiest person to let go, and he's the one over the entire team, whether good or bad. So he's always going to get the blame. But then some part of that, yeah, I understand that he's sad. But then there's a part there that I'm thinking like he seemed like he didn't even have faith in himself either to do this job.
Okay. Okay. O'Neill here saying here, Steve Bruce going with 8 million comfortable. Troops. Don't feel sorry for him. What are your thoughts on him, Shaq?
It's okay. I get that he's sad, and it's a sad thing because if you read, there's another post where you hear where he said some of the things that were being said to him or about him, and it's something to feel down about. And nobody wants in any kind of job, any kind of position, nobody wants those kind of things to be said of them. However, I'm saying too that there's also some fans, uh, quote unquote fans, who I don't want to be rude, but I'm trying to find the right word to say. They they don't, okay, put it this way. They just talk because they have the mouth to say. No, there's no background, no basis as to how they formulate their opinions. They just go because it seems as if that's where the wind is trending. No,
Yeah.
Steve Bruce, not the he doesn't have the prettiest style of football, and we know that. But I feel like you shouldn't expect that from him because you know the kind of manager your club is hiring. So when you
Mm,
see things like that happen, or when you want to go and play tiki taka football, I think that's a bit unfair to him because that's not his
mm,
style.
yeah. Drew. Um, Alan Shearer, of course, Newcastle legend, said that the sacking was inevitable, and that when you look at Newcastle over the last several years,
Mhm.
I think his the phrase he used, but it's an impossible club to manage in the circumstances. That's what he said. Every manager who's been in over the last 14 years has found it very difficult. Was this just inevitable? Bad football, bad results, relegation battles. Was this just inevitable?
Well, boy, yeah, I think Brucey going out was inevitable. Um,
Spot of butter.
the whole issue with the whole
Spotters.
issue with what's his name, with Mike Ashley and the fans, you know how they feel about each other. The fans are not fans of him at all. They've wanted him to leave for quite some time, and he's just been strongholding the club basically. And then yo, listen, Bruce, Steve Bruce for me, right?
Joker
Was supposed
concentrate.
Steve Bruce to me was supposed to go a long time ago. Honestly speaking, at least maybe two seasons minimum ago. I think Steve Bruce should have been gone a long time because
Mm,
it just wasn't working out. Yeah, yeah, they don't have all that crazy quality like most of the other teams, but I'm quite certain that with that same team, you switch them around. Let's say you put a Graham Potter, for example. Let's use another manager that's down there. Over there, I think Newcastle get more results and play better football. It just wasn't
So,
working out. And then when you
So
get to
Joe,
the point when you get to the point where the fans also now have fully turned against you, then it's definitely inevitable. But my thing is, it's a football. It's a result based business, and the job
Right.
you put in, it's a results based job. If you're not getting the results, then cool, you just have to go. But keep it about
Yep.
football. When you start getting into because it's the same thing for players. A player has a
Right.
bad performance, and then you go and they go attack them on social media with all the racist slurs, and then they start threatening their families and so on. That's nonsense. You keep it about the sport.
yeah,
Criticize them for their performance and what they do on the pitch,
yeah, on the
and
Right.
pitch,
and
on
leave
the
it and
pitch.
leave it there. So the added criticism and all the names and so on, the man was called for me. That was very much unnecessary.
You could probably give more insight in this, Joe. Um, is he out of energy? Since you know all about energy.
That's clever.
Just,
Okay.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I had to do that one there. But, I mean, he's 60, though. It's a legit question, though. But I mean,
Just go on.
at that age, though, I mean,
No, I don't think
should,
so. I
I
don't
mean,
think he's.
should he keep taking that abuse, though? I can see me saying, me an old man. I've been doing this for a while. I don't need to be getting all this stuff with my wife and me. And I'm just so like, we're just done with that, man.
Yeah, Steve, listen, like he said, he finished with it. It might be the best thing for him, but at the same time, for me personally, as a manager, I wouldn't want to go out like that. I wouldn't want that to be remembered that as the last club I managed, and that's how I went out personally. But that's just because of my pride. But if he's cool with it, then cool. Leave it and move on, live your life. Like O'Neal say, that boy get $8 million settlement. Things good.
Your partner reached Joe. He come back in again. If you want to comment, it's up to you. Odegaard is still trash.
Well, we all know Odegaard isn't trash, but what I will say,
don't change the fact that Odegaard is still
that
trash.
Odegaard has had 2 back-to-back terrible games. I'll give you that, Mr. Slicer, but that's it. Trash, no.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's that. Let me ask you guys a question then. Can Newcastle stay up? Can they stay up?
I heard a joke. They said if Newcastle go down, it would be like if you win the lottery, but you're in prison. If they go down. But with that said, Newcastle has to stay up. They have to stay up. I think they will.
Well, they said they're going to take their time and pick a proper manager. Amanda Stavely, I think her name is. And, yeah, and the people out there, they're looking at Paul Fonseca. Everybody remember him?
Yeah, I think he was the leading.
He's
probably the
leading.
He's
the leading guy right now. Yeah, he's the leading guy. Other people they're looking at obviously are Conte, Stevie G. Even though Stevie G says that he wouldn't disrespect his good friend like that. Frank Lampard, Eddie Howe, and Arsene Wenger. Their thoughts about him coming back into management. You think Fonseca is going to get the job, and if so, can he turn things around?
I mean, I've been hearing rumors that why Fonseca didn't take the Tottenham job because he's more of an attacking type manager, and Levy wanted a defensive style, so that's why he didn't bother with the job. I think Newcastle, I think he would fit Newcastle like him and Lampard to go at the job. I don't know why Conte is being mentioned. I really don't think he would go there. But I think him and Lampard would do. It seems like a reasonable job for them especially Lampard, to try to prove something again.
Let me jump in here because I don't know who this person is really, but I think the critical appointment for Newcastle is not this appointment. I think it's the manager that comes in after this one, because I'm agreeing here that this is the one who just steadied the ship. Get Newcastle staying up. Start building some people, start getting some players just to steady the things, and then they have to get in another manager to then take them forward.
That's one way of looking at it too.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Howe, he turned down Celtic in the summer. Hasn't managed a big club with real pressure and expectation before, but people would say this is the ideal job for him. But maybe the whole Bournemouth relegation thing, might be a slight against him. He loves attacking football, and people would say that, he's a good shot for this. Some would say that.
Who would be a good manager for Newcastle? I was thinking, but I couldn't remember his name. The manager that was in the Premier with Fulham last season.
Scott Parker.
Scott
Yeah,
Parker.
Scott Parker.
Brave.
yeah.
Brave. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
again, it's a risk, but I
Mhm.
think it's something that could work.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Awesome. We're moving nicely, guys. Let's do our last 15 with the EPL preview. A lot of awesome games coming up, and they actually start as early as tomorrow, 3 p.m.
Mhm.
Arsenal play Aston Villa. So we got.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to this simply because Martinez is the funniest guy in the world. I mean, honestly, I just want the penalty to happen, and he starts, shutting up, and
Yeah.
then don't make you not save that penalty because he starts some dancing behind there, So
No.
I'm looking forward to that. But outside of that, though, we see Drake Slicer starting off early saying, "Yeah, Odegaard ain't showing up tomorrow." Boy, might not play boy, but the Odegaard
Yo, this
hate
man
boy.
has serious Odegaard agenda.
Problem.
I know,
Mhm.
right?
Oh, what did you?
I wonder who
So,
is
Yo,
Drake Slicer.
I'm convinced this man is probably like one of them butthurt Real Madrid fans or something. That he wanted Odegaard to stay there and be successful, and
oh
he
man.
didn't become
Yep.
successful. So he was like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Odegaard agenda begins today. You know,
Hmm. So
rough
Arsenal
boy.
have lost 4 of their last 10 home league games
Mhm.
against
Mhm.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
So Aston Villa, based on the records, said they tend to do pretty well at
Mhm.
at the Emirates. So you know, what are your predictions going in to this game? Let's start with the Arsenal folk. Go ahead, Shaq.
I'm going 2-1. I'm going
2-1.
2-1 tomorrow. I do. They did a double over us last year, and
Hmm.
you guys know I've said Aston Villa is one of my favorite teams to watch. I
Yeah.
really like what I remember Dean Smith is doing there with them. And now they
Mhm.
have Danny in, but I'm going 2-1. Going 2-1. I'm confident.
Okay, Joe.
2-1 Villa.
Yo,
What else is that? Let me be clear. 2-1.
Hmm.
listen, me no. I know, me no. But because
Happy to be out.
it all depends on the team that shows up tomorrow. Because if Arsenal start off slow, Villa will score.
Mhm.
In my head I'm looking at it can be like one of them 3-2 kind of games, but at the same time
Mm.
it can be a 2-2 game. If
Mhm.
Arsenal start off slow, Villa will capitalize.
Mhm.
They might score two, or they might
Mhm.
score. We'll score back. They'll score next one, but then Villa has this thing. However, I don't see them beating us. It's either we win or the game draws because Villa has this thing where they fall asleep for a period of time every game,
Stats.
every
Stats.
single
Definitely.
game. And I think that's
Stats.
the one thing they just need to get control of. And then they're a real good
Mhm.
team. But they fall asleep every game for like 10, 15 minutes. Every single game.
It's
Some
funny you say
teams
that, Joe.
capitalize on it, some teams don't.
It's funny you say that, Joe, because in each of the last 9 Premier League meetings between Arsenal and Aston Villa at the
Mhm.
Emirates, we've seen at least 3 goals scored.
3 goals
So, I
scored. Yep.
mean, I am looking forward to that. But here, Drake Sice is asking the question, and maybe, Joe, you can answer this and then give your prediction. Where are the 2 goals coming from,
Tell
based
me
on
where
what
the two
Shaq
goals
said
coming
earlier?
from. Mr. Slicer, 2 goals were scored last week. No, Aubameyang scored one, Lacazette scored one. Come on, turn your TV on, bro. Stop talking off of what you see on the internet.
All right. And he says he
Not
scored
showing no
3 goals now.
content.
All right. He's like, come on, be realistic. What this guy really don't like
Um,
us.
the,
Boy.
the,
Yo, this
the
man can't
realistic
ask
nature of it, though, is that right? We struggle right now to create chances. But
Mhm.
however, when you look at Saka is gonna be out, and we're gonna put hopefully this is what I'm saying. I've told Joe this one since Monday.
Mhm.
Lacazette, I want Lacazette started. So if we can get Lacazette,
Mm.
and what I love about Lacazette, and we keep saying this, Lacazette links with the other players, and he brings everybody into the game. When
Yeah,
he
Stand
when
true.
he
he's a
came
big
on,
body involved.
yeah, when he came on, you saw the difference. Saw the difference again on Monday.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
mean that's tomorrow afternoon, everybody. So all of you who love football, it's very simple. You watch this game tomorrow afternoon, and then you go tune on to Adam. Take a break, and then come and watch Adam fans after that. And we talk about it a little bit too. So Aston Villa. Anybody else want to throw in their views in that, or we just want to move on? Nothing else.
Draw I want to believe it'll be a very good game tomorrow. Probably just start of the weekend of games.
Fantasy folks says top of the
Mhm.
league. The fantasy says that I know you should put Aubameyang in your team. That he's likely to score in this game. You think
Yeah,
so?
I think so.
Hmm.
I mean, scores
Yeah.
at home. He scores at home.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
And Villa is
Let's
not
me
move.
really
just want
sound
to
defensively.
me just want to
Like
talk
I said,
bang them.
man.
I just want
You
to
said,
talk bang
Joe?
them. I'm a one on one none. More like 3 goals score. You check.
Slicer, don't
Just
come for you there, you know. You with
just
the
Slice
slicer.
because
Come.
boy.
just just
Slice.
because Emmy.
My talk about you here, boy. Say you're fat boy. Anyway.
Yo, this man,
but
listen, this man come on the show, right? And this man follow the page, come on the show
yeah.
with the Odegaard agenda. And the man realize
Yep.
that me rate Odegaard. Now the man how Odegaard I don't want Joe agenda. Oh, I did
Yep.
joking.
You're famous, Joe. You're famous. You're
Uh,
famous. Be there
Yes, buddy,
tomorrow
be
for
there.
Joe. I'm there.
Be there tomorrow.
please, please,
Because here's
please
what.
come.
Here's what. I don't think Odegaard has a bad game tomorrow. I don't see Odegaard having 3 bad games in a row.
Oh boy.
I don't see it.
You put yourself
And
out there
then
like that, Joe. You shouldn't want to do that.
yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. Pull up, bro, pull
And
up.
look,
I'm coming,
to be
Traveler.
fair, I mean, Odegaard had a good 20 at first, and like Joe said, I think the whole team on Monday dropped off after that 20 minutes because
Mhm.
Odegaard was playing very well in the opening aspects of the game. The
Mm,
whole team dropped off,
sure.
Sure,
and he
you
was
know,
probably
I
dropped
kind
off
of,
more than some others. But hey,
apart, to be honest, right, apart from the goal, I disagree with most Arsenal fans where they were saying that we started off the game and we were playing well in the beginning of the game. I disagree with that. Yeah, we had high intensity. We ended up scoring a goal, but the intensity didn't lead to anything because we were playing good. We were the first one to get to the second ball, but the play always broke down, always. So for me, I wouldn't say we're playing good. We just came out looking like the more energized team, and it lasted
and
10
that
minutes.
and that and playing like that can get you something, though, Joe.
mhm.
Mm,
That's
But
true.
but
That
but
is true.
Shaq, I want to believe that is the nature of the derby itself.
Nature of
Mhm.
The derby, because I mean it was a London derby.
right.
yeah,
Look,
So
yeah,
and
so
you're
you
right,
you understand that?
Tikwa, because we came out hot against Tottenham
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
we
yeah.
replicated against Brighton.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if y'all make the same kind of defensive mistakes that you did in the Crystal Palace game, then Danny Ings is going to finish those chances.
Yeah.
All right. The man, send the man said, don't hide, Joe. You can't hide now, man.
All right,
All
tomorrow
right.
7:30, Joe. Be there.
Check
Fear
it
no
out. Be
boy.
there or be
Right,
square.
Fear
All
no
check in.
boy. Fear no boy.
Suka, let's talk Chelsea, Norwich City, right? I
Hmm.
have a City problem here with my fantasy, so maybe you can side help us with this, because
Hmm.
Chelsea have won 10 of their last 12 Premier League games against Norwich, and the
Right.
other two they drew. The
Hmm.
last time they beat Norwich was 1994. Okay,
Right.
so just focus on that
Okay.
for a second. So everybody's expecting
Hmm.
and Chelsea to destroy them. Who
Hmm.
do I put in my fantasy? Havertz? I
I
mean,
think yeah, I think Havertz is a good,
Werner?
as we discussed earlier. I think Havertz would have been a good, um how would I say, like a shrewd pick if you want to look at it. Since you have the absence of the two strikers going up top.
Hmm.
I mean, and
Yeah,
he's played that role very very well before. Um, I think he has good support. It might be Hudson Odoi and Mount behind him, right? And then he'll be
yeah.
flanked by the wing backs. So um, it's not a bad pick. I think he's the only true replacement at the moment for Lukaku and Werner being out.
What's your prediction?
I would say 2-0. Chelsea.
Conservative, man. I was hoping for like a
Mm.
4, man.
No.
All right, you're gonna go 2 there. You're gonna go 2 there. Well, y'all could probably
Yeah.
just like score 2 and then just bounce it around,
Yeah.
make some subs.
hmm
You don't have to kill out
Yeah.
yourselves for Norwich.
Right. Probably just have
Everybody thinks
Kovacic
good.
and
Yeah,
Jorginho just knock the ball around. Probably.
just knock it around. Why kill
Yes.
out yourself for them? Y'all think that
Yep.
anybody else think it's going more than 2, 3, 4,
Wait,
5?
Poogie score for the season yet? Question.
I think. I
Yeah.
That's a
think.
good
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Scored against
He had
Watford, I
a
think.
penalty or something?
Not yet. I think it's no. I think it's getting to Watford. Some open play.
Oh,
Against
okay, okay,
Watford, I
okay.
think he scored.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
But you're right, Joe. I mean, Norwich drew some kind of result. I don't see them. I don't see them getting it this weekend, though. But
Nah.
Yeah, I don't see them getting it this weekend.
stranger things have
They drew a
happened.
result.
Stranger
They
things
drew a result.
have indeed happened. Let me
That's
knock
a
out some
strange
other.
result.
Leeds Wolves looks like a good game.
Oh yes.
That's
Yeah.
Leeds need
Yes.
points. Wolves be balling. So Rafinha is back. So I
Yep.
mean, yeah, a draw,
Yo,
3-3. 3-3
Like a
sound
3-3.
good.
Yeah.
that'd be a create. That might be the game of the
On
weekend.
one.
That's
Yes.
two teams that
That
attacking
might be
leave
the.
themselves open behind.
Oh man, end to end, it should be.
Yeah,
It
man.
should be. So that's that. Crystal Palace, Newcastle. Manager bump.
Mm.
Any kind of like a mini bump here, or just more mediocrity.
No, I think.
man.
I think Crystal
No.
Palace would probably win this one.
Yeah, I agree with you,
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crystal.
Let me just jump to for the sixth time. Brighton, Man City. Brighton, Man
Mm.
City. This is a good game. Brighton is at
Yep.
home. They don't
hmm
concede much at home. But City is City.
hmm
1-0 City.
I'm going 4-0 City,
Where's the
boy.
money?
Oh.
4-0. Wow. So the pipe could bust this time. Pressure bust pipe. Man. What you say,
4-0.
more? You agree to 4-0?
I'm going with more of a 3-0 win. I'm going 3-0. 3-0 or 2-0.
Really?
Um,
Wow. Okay.
I'm going with
You should
3.
maybe do
I don't
super.
think we're going to. I don't think we're going to spank them as a big scoreline because they have a very good defense,
hmm
Yeah.
and we know how they're capable of. They have their good players with heights that would cause us a trouble on the set pieces. But I think 3-0. We deliver 3-0.
Three.
Okay.
Mm.
Side note, more. I know I have you. Cole Palmer is the next Phil Foden.
Um, I'm not all. He's a good player. But I'm not in too much of the hyping up so quickly.
Pep say he not put you out
But
on loan, man. He's too good to be put out on loan. They need to keep him in the squad.
no, I don't.
Yep.
I don't think so because even on Saturday he came on in the game, played like just like 3 minutes, and then he went to his academy game and scored a hat trick there also. And I mean, it's just him getting grab hold of opportunities and doing good for it. He's a good player. He's looking good for the future. That we should keep going, try to get him involved. Here and there. And I think we should be good.
Is
We
he
should.
Foden's quality? That's the question.
Okay, Shaq. No
He's
problem.
too young. He's not there as yet.
Too
Yeah,
young.
Oh,
okay.
man.
It's such a thing named so. What about if your age? If you're good, you're just good, right?
Yeah, but I don't believe in hyping up these play. Giving too much hype. Cause there's
So he
Fair.
no
don't
way
run
he's
ball.
gonna.
He hasn't run ball then when he played.
I mean, this is the first time he played in the Champions League and did what he did. These
Right, but
other couple.
I
What?
understand all that. I just want to know, like, what are you thinking? That's the ceiling. Foden, he's looking like Foden quality.
I already tell y'all he would be a good player for the future.
Okay, all right.
Go on
Good.
then, more. Very
So
What?
are you
conservative.
just
What?
saying that
Conservative,
Foden is a
boy.
good player then?
But
I
but
thought
that's the
Foden's going to
debate
be
I
topic,
great.
never
boy.
said that. I am not.
More,
I am not. I never said I'm classing him to Foden. We see on FIFA when you see these young players, future talent, and those kind of things. That's what it is.
So
Point
you're
blank.
so
hey,
you're
look,
so you're afraid this to go all the way in. Next thing you know, my mind is down. So that's next year. That's you don't want
He
to be at the
is.
go on
Man
the
has
record.
faith in his
I
steps. Man
I
has
Yeah.
am
faith in
sticking
his
to
steps.
my word. Hey, hear this right? I'm sticking to my word. Peer pressure is not a good thing to get into. Mommy always
That's
teach
right.
me that.
Hey,
Mommy
listen,
teach me that.
Tell me to check.
No,
yo,
no, but
shot
honestly, I've
2032
been
election.
telling you all this before. He's a good player. Even stuff like Kai that had, coming to be talented. I want to see more of them before I can make a bold statement. As of now,
Okay,
he's right there.
he's right here. Okay, sir.
2032
All right.
Mhm.
election. Vote for Moy. And few
For
draws.
You
me, the
you
boy. Ask him about
know
Omari
you know.
Hutchison. And the best thing to come up right now.
Wow.
You see,
Okay,
unlike me,
yeah.
But Tino.
I don't purge your conscience. I leave room for if they walk, I tell them they walk.
But when they back and they walk, you tell them they walk. But no,
Yeah,
they don't know about them walk.
like Grealish at the moment, boy. Mm.
Wow, you say Greenish walk?
Yeah, at the moment, boy.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay, West Ham Tottenham, guys. West Ham Tottenham. Good game?
2-2. Yeah, that'll be a good game.
2-2.
So, yep.
Yeah.
Think
The fact you don't know what to
Yeah.
expect means it should be a good game.
yeah.
2-2.
Think Antonio was rested during the week, so he should be fresh.
Yep. Early Sunday morning. Check that out.
Huh.
Brentford
Yeah, Sunday.
Leicester. Another good game.
Who?
2-2 again. Brentford Leicester. 2-2 again or 3-3?
Yeah, I
Yo,
think that 3-3 looks like a
Yo,
good
the way
chance.
Wow,
Brentford
what?
Yeah.
ball the way they did last time.
Mhm.
And Leicester ball the way they did last time.
Mhm.
This should be a good game. This
Because
should
Leicester
be a
not
good game.
not too
3-2
solid at the
Brentford.
back. Yeah.
3-2 Brentford.
So you John
Yo.
a defense. The man could probably give it like 2 penalties.
Mhm.
Thing
It's
is,
gonna be
right,
a
the two
2-1
teams are
game.
going to attack, but Brentford has the better defense.
Mhm.
I'm
And they
saying
home.
2,
Yeah.
yeah, so, you know, I don't know the winner, but I feel like it's gonna be 2-1 to
2-1.
somebody.
Man, I say
2-1.
Brentford.
2-1 Brentford. But Vardy in the rich vein farm. See, Vardy
Funny,
got goal.
farm for real.
Tielemans is bossing every midfield he play against right now.
Mhm.
Boy,
Who do you give
Jaka.
credit to
Jaka ready for
Brentford's
them
start?
again now.
Do you give credit to Brentford's manager for the way they've started?
I believe so.
Wembley.
Yep.
Yeah,
Boy.
110%.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
100%. And
Yeah.
you can see this is, you can look at them and see this is not no
Mhm.
new league bounce or anything. You can see
Mhm.
that team is coached to play like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
Like everybody is on the same page. They play very good. I
Mhm.
actually enjoy watching Brentford. Is one probably of all the teams that have come up. I'd say Brentford is probably the most enjoyable to watch because you know you're
Yeah.
going to get the
Mhm.
performance.
You're
Yeah.
gonna get a
I
good
mean, the
game.
bar is
Especially
very
when you play
loaded.
at home.
Yeah, true. You're right.
Watford and Norwich.
Oh
No,
He even
man.
putting
listen,
Norwich into that conversation.
Watford on a good day is enjoyable to watch. Now, if you want to
Mhm.
Yeah,
watch
on a
attacking
good day.
football, now.
Mhm.
Size of
They
wonderful
can
player.
they
You
can
know.
defend.
Nah,
Mhm.
he's a good player,
Once
boy.
they get the ball, they're going forward, and the whole team running at you. That's the one thing I like about Watford.
Yeah.
Yep.
Last game of the game week, we have Man United versus Liverpool. Man United at home, and quick stat: Man United have won just one of their
Mhm.
last 10 Premier League meetings with Liverpool. Draw 6, lose 3, and the last fixture, in this exact fixture, they lost 4-2. In light of Man
Mhm.
United's defensive issues and the rich vein of form that Salah is in, can we triple captain everybody in the front line? I don't think so. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
I
Hear
mean,
me out.
captain,
Hear
who
me out
who
on
None.
this one, right?
who got up?
Look,
Sorry, Demoy. Just a quick question.
right.
After how Firmino has been playing for so long,
Mhm.
somebody explain to me how one man just get up and say, "Yo, me a triple captain for Firmino today." Me not understand the science,
I know,
I
right?
mean, he
Maybe there's
didn't
no.
even know he would start.
bro. This
That's
man
true.
made more points with Firmino than I made for the entire game week.
He probably
Mhm.
know Firmino, man. He know
I'm
Firmino.
not joking.
He know Firmino, man. Somebody
Maybe
touch
it's
you something.
Firmino. Maybe it's
Maybe it's
Firmino.
Firmino. He know he'll start. He don't see the team. The man make the quick change and, and I say, yo, we will score 3 goals today. But good
And he
point there,
got an
Joe.
assist too. Why he got the
Yeah,
extra points? He had an assist as
yeah.
well.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had. I remember a few fantasies ago. I think it was somebody triple captain Aguero and got like 70 points when he played against
Mhm.
Newcastle. I remember
Yeah.
I never forget that boy. 70 points from
Oh,
one player.
man.
Mhm.
And I was like, wow.
That's
But
crazy,
that
man.
happens sometimes. That happens sometimes. I remember because I triple captain Zlatan at time and get 2 points. So it was crazy. I never forget that.
How that possible, bro?
How's that
Triple
possible, Josh?
captain
You can
get
triple
two
captain and
points.
get 2 points?
It was crazy. It was a tough game. But anyway, but guys, what are your predictions in this game? I know honestly, no bias. I really actually don't think that we're gonna lose this game. I think that
No.
because of the nature of the derby,
Hmm.
and because everybody think they're gonna get like 20, United gonna get 20 in this game. That them
Hmm.
manga say, look right, we're not winning, but we're not losing either. So
Yeah. Yeah,
let's
I think it will be
just
that kind of a game,
sit back. It'll be
because
dead game.
remember, it's like whenever Ollie's under a lot of pressure, then
Oh
he'll just
man,
pull out a result.
when
You
he
understand?
he pulled
Yep.
out a result when they're under pressure. The
Exactly. Yeah.
most I see happening is they're like maybe a 1-1 or something, and
Yeah.
United
Oh.
fighting in the last 10 minutes to keep the 1-1.
Hmm.
But you never know; they could get six. What do you think? What do you think, Moy? Your thoughts? I gotta be
I
honest, man.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying. Looking at these tough run of fixtures that United have coming up, the two notable ones that I would think is Liverpool and City. Doing the nature of the history these clubs that have between one another.
Hmm.
Yeah,
The fact that how United is always
Yeah.
on the pressure, we know how he is, and with Ronaldo being there, I think these kind of games he's looking at also to try
true. Good
and
point.
say, hey, I'm here right now, and this is
Hmm.
still, I'm back here. This is my league again now.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
it's coming off of a good win like that. Liverpool is on a very good run of form.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm thinking of myself. United is going to nick this one at least a 2-1 victory.
Interesting.
United win.
Interesting. Some people say that
Hmm.
from the game against Atlanta, United can score goals, but the
Yeah.
problem is just the defense. I mean, the defense
Hmm.
right now real shaky. So even if they score two, they may concede four. What do you think, Suko?
Hmm. Yeah, I think that will be. I believe that game will be a very cagey one.
Hmm.
It's not. I mean, I've looked at a few sites today just to look at some, like just some random score predictions.
Yeah.
But I think it they favor Liverpool a little bit too much because I mean I've seen games like that with United, especially when they've allowed maybe smaller teams to beat them, take points of
Hmm.
them, and then they will go into a big derby match, and then either
Hmm.
they'll just nick the win, or they'll
Hmm.
get a like maybe like a favorable draw from it. So
Yeah. Favorable
I
draw.
can probably see something like a 1-1.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that. If anything, it may be just
Hmm.
some individual brilliance by
Yeah,
Salah, and
yeah.
he get him to win. What do you think,
Or you
Joe?
get like
Salah is gonna boss this?
a long shot
Bro,
that hit a deflection and then pass, just roll past the goalkeeper, something,
Yeah,
something,
some confidence
something
like
like
that.
that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
here's
But
my
he
thing,
crossed
no.
the line.
Yeah.
Here's my thing, right, boss. The way how the Guardian Angels work with Oli, right? I think
I
that
tell you.
Salah. No, no, no,
All
no.
right,
Real
uh,
Ollie.
talk, man. Remember when
Mm.
you're young, when you watch Disney Channel and people have fairy godman and then something and so. Nobody can tell me
yeah.
Oli not have one. Nobody can tell me Oli not have one, boss.
Oh
Because me not
man, good.
understand. But we how things set up, right? I honestly think that Salah is due a bad game and this might be it.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
I honestly
Okay.
think so. So I'm looking at a scrappy end-to-end game,
Hmm.
but I am also and then United coming to this game confident after coming back from that deficit and winning the game. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at either a 2-2 draw or maybe United actually squeezing a 2-1 win.
Mm.
Mm.
What do you think about Rashford coming back? How pivotal is he, Joe? To this game.
Bro, the man has 2 goals in two
Two
games.
goals in 2 games that he hasn't even
And
started.
and Mike, I say both goals were great goals.
Hmm. Yep.
They were two very good finishes. I mean,
Mm.
I think, Rashford adds to it, and then now you can put Rashford on the left and
Hmm.
actually put Jadon Sancho in his preferred position.
Mm. Yeah.
because then now basically
Yeah.
you're going to be interchanging between Sancho and Rashford. So for me, no, Rashford is going to play on the left because if you put Rashford on the right, you might as well put on Blacks over there. So Rashford will play on the left. That's his strong point. And then for me, you're trying. He's trying to play Sancho into form regardless. So why not play him on his preferred position?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
So Shaq,
Sancho gives you more creativity than Greenwood does because I find that Greenwood, we praise Greenwood a lot, right?
So he scored a
And
goal.
because he
I'm
scored the
like,
goals, but at the same time too, Greenwood also, for me, cost the team a lot of big opportunities too. Because then, okay, Greenwood scores a great goal, but then of the games he's been scoring these goals, y'all are still losing.
Yeah.
Because then because he score one great goal, he go up there and the next 10 ball he cut in and swing his foot after the ball again. Ronaldo run through one gap.
moving with
Bruno
yeah.
run down into space. You understand what I'm saying? Now,
Yeah.
Sancho is more that player that will play that pass and try to build a 1-2 and actually look for
That's
the
true.
higher percentage opportunity. So
That's true. That's true. Because you have to create chances for Cristiano. You have to
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
somebody up there to be a winger. And
Yep.
and what's his name? Greenwood is a striker.
Yeah.
And so you need somebody there that says, "I will pass. I will create chances. I'll create chances for you."
So Shaq, that's the game. That's the game that you don't captain Salah.
no way, you mad, bro. I
That's
tell
the,
y'all no, I'm not moving the captain off of Salah ever again, bro.
all right.
Oh no, and I'm moving mine either. No, as much as I said what I
Salah,
said, my captain I'm
Salah,
moving.
look, no, if we're being realistic, I mean, Salah scored 2 against City, who we would say has a
Yep.
better
It
defense
did.
than United.
Yeah.
I mean, we know
Yeah.
United's defense is going to give him chance. So
Yeah.
I'm leaving
And
it.
he has the quality
Yeah, in
to do
that
it.
farm.
On that shot, you don't see anybody. I would captain Aubameyang this weekend. I asked them if they're going to give up some chances. So I
They
mean,
will, but Salah can go off and it's going to hurt me to the core if Salah goes off and somebody else does it. Yeah, yo, I can't bet against Salah, man.
Bro,
Can't
me
bet
not in
can't
against
this
Salah.
captain
kind of
Aubameyang
form.
now. Me
He's
can't
been
captain
too
Aubameyang
good
now.
too far, too long for me to bet against him.
That's so true.
Bro,
That's so
2
true.
years in a row, me to be captain Aubameyang and get 4 or 6 points now. How about the joke? Never again.
Oh man. But there could be some Liverpool fan that should be captain this weekend. There could be
Yeah, man.
one or two
Yo,
Liverpool fans that
listen
just
to
do it.
me. Somebody this weekend is going to triple captain Damari Gray. Remember, I told you this.
Boy, you
Somebody captain.
wait, Joe, you would marry my cousin or something. You have to tell us something, okay? You asked, I want to
No,
bring
I'm
up.
not doing a triple
To
captain,
be
is Joe.
honest, right? Boy, I'm not sure. And if
you not sure? Meanwhile,
no,
everybody
I'm not
else.
sure. But I just believe somebody's going to keep. It's one of those days because they're playing Watford. The chances are going to be there. And he's a very
Yeah.
direct player. And I think games like this, with how Watford lines up, then I know midfield, the defense not strong. I think games like this are feeding ground for him. I've been a fan of Damari Gray since he was at Leicester. I think he's a very talented player, but he wasn't getting much game time. So I was actually very happy to see him come back to the Prem. There was a time when I actually wanted us to sign him. Then time we had man like Iwobi wasting time on our wing. Iwobi Dino.
Wow. Anyway, he will get started with the Margaret in the same Everton team. I'm trying that.
Bro. Damari Gray has walked into the same Everton team and has almost accomplished more than what Iwobi has accomplished there.
We just try to help out
Already.
Iwobi, man. We try to help out him.
What is this?
But
Question.
go ahead, boss.
Y'all ever seen Foster? Didn't you know the Watford keeper YouTube channel?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've seen
Some
some stuff on him.
videos.
Y'all know
He
he
does.
plays fantasy.
Yeah,
And his
he
Liverpool
fantasy a
he
lot,
played
yeah.
last week. So what y'all think was running through his mind? Do I put Salah or one him in my team because he could score?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
I think he
because I
always said that he has Salah in his team all the time.
because it's crazy. Because you're the goalkeeper, and I'm like, okay, I have to keep this game. I have to try to save all these shots, stop them from winning. But then I put
So
this man on
true.
fantasy team. I'm like, yo, slip past him.
No, the human mind is so crazy that I wouldn't. I honestly would believe that, like you're down 2-0 and Salah go 1-1 with you. Man, we make you score, man. I mean, like legit. I mean, you don't lose already, right?
Yep.
You don't lose.
Oh, Lord.
When man get a hat trick, you're not like if you could be amongst the best keepers in the world anyhow. Get some fantasy points and move on. I mean,
Oh,
good,
my
good show
goodness.
there, boy. Good show. But yeah, don't forget everybody do their fantasy this weekend. You know,
Yeah.
and man, the fantasy looking good, boy. Shaq, boy,
Mhm.
Shaq creeping up there in the top three. But no, he's not saying nothing. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't even change
yeah.
my team last week. I missed the
And
deadline.
look about the Tillerman ball. I tell
But
you,
it's
boy,
still
the
run ball.
brilliance of
Yeah.
Shaq is undeniable, boy. I tell you, bro, because I mean, look what you're doing there, man. So I mean, I
Shocking.
was even saying, Joe, you could
Mhm.
have 2 good game weeks and end up in the top 4. I'm
Yeah,
serious
man.
now.
Yeah,
It's
man.
crazy now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So Netflix
So
and
what, the
chill
top
has,
four asleep.
yeah,
Incoming.
boy. Netflix and Chillwell has he has a 28-point lead, and I'm only 5 points behind the Suka. Shaq is 1 point
One
behind
point
me.
behind you. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Wait,
Christoph
you so
is
high with the
in.
dog?
Tell him, bro, you right there.
Yeah,
You
you're
right
right.
Wait,
there.
let
So,
me even check that.
You
Yo, but I'm
right
not
there.
lying now. Christoph, me root for the. Where is Christoph?
Yeah, I'm rooting for Christoph too. I'm rooting for the kid, man. I mean, he see the man said earlier he could win fantasy now. That was when he was down in
He
mid-table.
told me this
The
week.
man
He
now
told
in
Yeah.
me
the
this
top
week he's
5.
gonna win again. Yeah, he told me this week he's gonna win.
Yo,
Yeah,
top
He's
three
yeah.
asking me to
overrated
put in the
now.
Arsenal players. Don't say, boy, no do that. No do that.
wait, fantasy question, Moy. Moy, listen.
Me,
Listen,
me, you
Moy.
asking?
No, this, Moy,
Oh,
listen to me,
fantasy.
Moy. I don't have money for talk to you. I don't have money for talk to you. I'm money for talk to Munchie, right?
Oh
But
man.
right now, I'm fed up. I'm fed up that every time I choose 1 or 2 City player for put in my team, Pep no play
Yeah,
them.
they
I'm
don't put
fed
up.
Me
up.
not good at it.
So,
Yo, me have
Yo,
Ferran Torres in my team for 3 weeks. The man must play one.
pass.
And he come off
I'm
the bench
tired.
regularly.
I'm
yo,
tired
Unusual,
right
I
now.
bro.
it's just today I was on TikTok and I saw a video and the person was listing fantasy heartbreaks and not the number one was when you pick a City player and then you check the lineup and he's not there. I
Oh
left
man.
Oh
Grealish in my team
God.
last week and
Hmm.
he didn't play at all. But I think no more Cancelo and Kyle Walker are probably like and Diaz and so. Those are like players that would say is
Yeah,
steady.
this
Yeah.
The
steady.
It's steady.
front
Because
three,
I've had Cancel in my
Yeah.
side for a little while now, and he produced every time for me, man. So I
Mhm.
mean,
yeah.
No, but then,
that's
but
where.
then, John Diaz had the crazy partnership last season.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
start the Premier League. Like, you know what? Stones cheaper, so I'm gonna go with Stones.
Bad idea.
Stones now play.
Yeah.
No, put in,
Yo,
put in Grealish.
fantasy.
Put in Grealish.
Hmm.
Pep.
Grealish no
Pep.
play.
Pep
Put
knock
Grealish
you.
from the bench. Grealish
Tell
score the
you,
next game.
Pep Pep play
Pep
fantasy,
is
and
the
Pep say,
maestro.
"Oh,
Yeah.
that's why I do." Okay, we do opposite. So you
This
go.
man,
I mean, like,
this man hate fantasy.
yeah, like Champions League. I was looking for somebody. I put Grealish in my fantasy, in my Champions League fantasy, because I say Pep have a play.
Yeah.
He,
Because
he,
he
he
rested
didn't play
during
the
the
man
week.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah. He
have a
rested.
play.
Mm.
So we sweat that up. We sweat that up to be see the lineup. We say, "Oh, thank you,
You see,
God."
Maguire's just come on the scene and just kill everybody.
Bro, this
Yeah, we
is
say Pep go ban me
but
again,
here's what
but
now. This is the first week that I've gotten anything right when it comes to Pep. Because I went into the game, into the fantasy, a few just before the transfers locked.
Mm.
And I said, you know what? Grealish, the rest of my bench now gonna play, and Grealish probably now gonna get on game. And I sacrificed the 4 points and brought in Mares.
Mm.
So that's
I
And
the
never
look at
first
managed
see.
to
thing that
play.
And Mares play, and Mares scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
okay.
only thing I
well,
messed up was I took
What's
the
that
captain.
Champions League?
I took
Champions
the
League.
captain.
Champions League. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Champions
oh,
League. The only thing I messed up was
oh.
I gave Mahrez the captain, and I'm say no, I'm gonna give back Benzema. And woe and behold, I don't know how. I thought I gave Benzema the captain, but I gave Haaland.
What? What?
Because Benzema had number 2 strikers, and somehow I thought Benzema, but I gave Haaland the captain.
And the 1 week when I don't score. Wow,
Yeah.
boy. I tell you, boy.
I could have cried.
Nothing more
things.
than the fantasy.
Fantasy woes. But I mean,
I don't know
Joe
my
fantasy,
mentality.
I tell you, no boy. But Joe, your team look good now. I'm seeing your team here, boy. Your team looks solid, boy. You just, I don't know, boy. If everybody firing, you should do it. You
Yeah,
got
man. Yo,
Pogba,
one good
Benrahma,
game week,
Gray. Yeah, Joe is in for a possible, 70-point game week. So we're
Joe,
watching you there. We're watching you there, man. See how
Joe,
it
you
is.
don't want to be in the top 10. Top 10 is overrated. 30 something is where the party is at, bro.
Listen, you are
You have
overrated.
to join us.
You are overrated. I'm sorry.
Boy,
Oh, boy.
Moy sitting nicely at 38th.
I
What do you
know,
mean?
man.
Plenty company there, because people in front of you by probably like 5 points. And now when you're up
Yeah.
there, man, in front of you by like 10, and 10 is plenty,
Yeah. But people like Shaq, you have afraid, boy. People like Shaq, you have afraid. Man, even do not with your team and get 65 points.
Shaq just,
Yeah.
I don't understand that, boy.
just quietly climb up the ladder.
Afraid people like Shaq, though. Do nothing down with your
Yeah,
squad.
they do nothing. Yeah.
I get 65
No,
points.
but wake up. I woke up. I went to sleep like about after 9 last week. And I said, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna put my captain Panstala. I wanted to make 2 transfers, so I have 2 free transfers, and I never did anything.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, we gotta close the show.
I have
Thank you
2
guys so
transfer up
much.
my sleeve. I have 2 transfer up my sleeve.
Well, I know one of them shade taking out. I see how McCarthy here. I'm gonna vex with he, so he go.
He gotta go. He gotta go.
Oh man!
Right.
If you want to join our fantasy, there's the code, and make sure that you join the party. We got so many more game weeks to go, and it's still so amazingly interesting. So let's keep it going. Thank you guys so much for tonight. And all your wonderful commentary as usual. You guys always make sure you give the great stuff. So keep supporting the channel to all the fans. And oh my god, and share this, like, share, subscribe, and of course let everybody know about Island Fans.
Tomorrow night.
You see you tomorrow night. I know one of the things I really want to talk about tomorrow night is Kyrie Irving, man. He's been starting a lot of trouble, boy, in this league, boy. What is the NBA going to do, especially after the Blue Nets just get there? Anyway. We'll see how the future of our basketball goes in that regard, and even some thoughts there on the vaccine as well too. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do going forward? Thanks again for supporting the show. Have a great weekend. Make sure you watch lots of football, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good night.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.